Hey guys, it's Chef Simone here. Today what we're going to be making is an curry eggplant couscous salad. So if you know me, I love all things curry. That's one of my favorite things to cook with. And I also really love eggplant. I'm not a huge meat eater, and so for me, if you season eggplant properly and close your eyes, it can almost be chicken. And so it's definitely one of my go-tos. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with cutting up all the veggies. So we have spinach, we have eggplant, we have onion, bell pepper, a handful of sun-dried tomatoes, we have some coriander, an actual tomato, some mint, and a few mushrooms. Okay, so for this, we're actually going to use two pans. I'll just make it a little easier. So we'll start by adding the onion, and then we'll add the eggplant in. Okay, once the onions start to brown, then we'll start adding in the eggplant. Okay, now that you've added in the eggplant, now it's time to start seasoning. So what I'm going to use, of course, is some handy dandy curry. Then I'm going to use a little bit of Lowry seasoned salt. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of cumin. Okay, now as the eggplant is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get to work on our next pan. So what we're gonna add is the bell pepper, we're gonna add the mushrooms, and we're gonna add the chickpeas. As you can see, we went ahead and got started on the second pan. So in here we put mushrooms, chickpeas, and bell peppers. I like to put them in different sections so that you can use different seasonings on each section, just so that you can have a combination of flavors. Okay, so as for seasonings go, we're going to start with a little bit of paprika. We're going to put that on the bell pepper. Then we're going to have a little bit of pollo asado, which is chicken seasoning, and we're going to put that on the mushrooms. And then we're going to add a little bit of cumin on them. Okay, and now that I added the spinach in, I added a little bit of lemon pepper just to give it some flavor. Okay, as you can see, we're just about done with our veggie mix, and our eggplant is doing perfectly well. And so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna add this to here. Okay, now that we've added in the veggie mix to the eggplant, we're just gonna start stirring it, mixing it all together. Make sure that you turn the fire down. Okay, so we took the eggplant and mixed veggies off of the fire, and now we have a free pan open. And so now we're gonna do the couscous. And so I actually have some leftover couscous that I was gonna use, but if you haven't made couscous yet, go ahead and make that. It's pretty simple, takes about maybe 10 minutes. And so we're gonna use the couscous, and now we're gonna use the sun-dried tomatoes, which I really like using sun-dried tomatoes because they come already like in a tomato oil, and that's really helpful when it comes to just making things more flavorful, and they add a nice savory flavor. Okay, so we're just gonna continue to stir this. Just want it a little crisp. Make sure you don't put too many sun-dried tomatoes in here because a little bit goes a long way. So it's gonna be here, and we're just gonna stir it around until it gets a nice crisp brown. Okay, so last but not least, we have leftover tomato, we have a little bit of mint, and we have coriander. And so for me, I actually don't like to cook these because I kind of like the fresh flavor that it gives your food. And so I'm just gonna leave these all raw. And so basically, I'm just gonna mix everything in a bowl, which I'll show you guys. And then I'll put a little bit of all three of these in there, mix it up, and bon appetit. Okay, so I added the couscous into our Tupperware. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit goes a long way. Coriander leaves, I'll add a few more. Coriander's also cilantro. Then I'm gonna take the mint. This, when I say a little goes a long way, a little goes a long way. So not too much mint, just to give it a fresh taste. And then we're gonna add a few tomatoes. This, add as many as you like. Remember, you also have the sun-dried tomato in there, so maybe not too many if you don't want an overpowering tomatoey taste. And now we'll add our veggie mix. Okay, so I ended up switching bowls, but here we go. I mix it all together. We have the mixed veggies and eggplant plus the tomatoes, coriander, and mint. And this is our finished product. Have a taste. Let me know what you guys think, and bon appetit.